What is up, guys? Charlene FX, your favorite female trader, back with another YouTube banger. I know it's been a while. I always say that with every video, but feels good to finally be dropping another video here. I do have a lot more content for you guys. I have a psychology series coming out. I have a new podcast coming out that's kind of on the hush right now, but it's in the works. So I have a lot of things I've been working on, which is why I've been away for quite a bit of time. But I got some real good stuff coming out for you guys. So as you guys who may know, who follow me on Instagram, know that I had a big day in the market today, good day on gold and a good day on AU. Now, let me address something really, really quickly. For those of you that follow me, I've been getting a lot of questions in my DM reference to my trading AU as opposed to gold. Being that gold is my main pair, people are asking, hey, did you switch? Did you stop trading gold? Has it become, hard to trade? Or, what's been going on with that? You guys should know that when you're trading, guys, yes, you should only have one pair that you trade, because it's the best way to find consistency is to trade one pair, one session, 1 to 2 trades a day, right? For us scalpers out there. That's basically like the game plan you want to follow for you to be, have a better chance of being profitable and consistently profitable. But you can have a backup pair. You can have a backup pair and you can switch your backup pair anytime you like. You don't have to just stick to one pair. And then you can and you should, but you should always have like a backup pair or something else that you look at just in case the main pair that you trade, is ranging. It's not giving you the setups that you want. There's a lot of news coming out with it. If it's just not giving you what you're looking for, you should always have something else to trade. So GJ used to be my backup pair, used to be my main pair before gold kind of took over. But I like AU. AU is a very, very good beginner pair. It's a good pair overall, for any kind of trader that you are. So yeah, I really like the way it moves, and a lot of the time it kind of mirrors gold, and I think that's why I like it so much, is because it moves doesn't move the same way as gold, but the structure, the market structure and the setups that it gives is very similar, which is why it attracted me to that pair. So that's the whole story behind that. That's basically what that's about. All right, guys. So basically, on the markets today, I had about a 20 pip, 18-19 pip push on sells on AU and sells on gold. We're going to start out with gold. I'm going to do the breakdown on gold first, and then I'll switch it on over to AU. Another thing I want to address is the whole lot size situation with AU and gold. A friend of mine messaged me a couple of days ago and said, hey, congratulations, I see you dropping big lots on AU. When you know the way pairs are set up, guys, and the spreads on them and how the lot sizes work with different pairs, you'll be able to, I guess, better understand how to navigate what lot sizes to use with what pair. Okay, AU is a very slow pair. The spreads on AU are very, very low. Majority of the spreads on USD pairs are like slow. You have AU, UJ, EU. The spreads are very low on those pairs, right? So depending on what pair that you trade kind of tells you what lot size you want to use and what this, how crazy you're going to be in drawdown and things like that. So basically, guys, dropping a 30 lot on AU is similar to dropping like a 10 lot on gold. All right. I don't want to say never, but I would literally need to have like probably $1 million account size to ever drop a 30 lot on gold on one order. I've dropped multiple 10 lots on gold, but that's, quick scalps in and out. And I better have a really, really good entry on those setups. But dropping a 30 lot, 40 lot, 15 lot on AU is very, very different than dropping that on, say, GJ or gold or, pairs like that. Okay. So I would say for those of you that, aren't too knowledgeable in that aspect, I would navigate that, but you wouldn't really know it unless you trade that pair and you pretty much already know, right? There's a ton of pairs out there they all move differently. The lot size is set up with them is differently, spreads are different. So it all depends. You wouldn't know that unless you actually trade that pair. So like I said, just know what you're trading and understand that lot sizes are not created equal on every pair. Okay, so just understand that and know that. Okay, so let's get right into it. I'm going to do a full explanation on the way I caught these setups. And guys, you're going to see, like I hate using the word easy, but you're going to see how easy and how simple it was for me to see these setups. However, if you're not experienced enough and you don't have the type of psychology, the type of emotions that it takes to be patient and to hold your moves, it can be tough. To piggyback off of that, guys, it also depends on the type of trader that you are as well. Okay, because everyone knows I am a scalper, right? I don't really intraday, I don't really hold my moves very long. However, these big moves that I do catch are few and far in between, but when I do catch them, there's a reason and a whole like psychology behind me catching those moves and the setups that I saw, and then me having the confidence to hold my move for me to be able to capitalize on that also. All right, so let's look at gold really quickly. I'll start out with that pair. And any questions that you guys may have, comments or whatever on the setup, anything you don't understand, I love the comments. I read every single comment that I see. Just drop it in the comment below and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so let's start out with, and I'm going to give you guys a little secret sauce that I like to use when trading gold. And if you've seen my other gold videos on YouTube, you'll notice that it's the same thing that I'm doing. I'm really not doing much different. I'm not doing many different things. So you should learn something from this video, but don't overcomplicate it, guys. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't make it more than it is, right? It's already a complicated thing. You don't want to add fuel to the fire. Okay, so basically this morning when I came to the chart, I trade gold. I wake up about 6:30 every day, 6:30, 7-ish. So I started looking at the charts around the 7 o'clock time. I do not jump on the charts immediately when I wake up in the morning. I like to kind of lay in bed, kind of relax, scroll through my phone, go through emails, relax a little bit, and kind of get myself, mentally prepared. And I speak positive things in the morning. So I'm like, I'm ready to go. You always want to start your morning off on a positive note because it kind of sets you on the right path for the rest of the day. Win or lose, at the end of the day, I really don't care. I go into it every morning with the thought that I'm going to win. I'm going to get a win. I'm going to get a win. Your mindset should be, guys, when you wake up in the morning and you come to your charts or whatever time you trade, it should just be, can I get a win? Can I see some blues today? Doesn't matter how big or how small, just try to get the win. Okay. So I know we got that out the way. Let's look at gold. Okay, so when I woke up this morning, I was looking at gold. I was immediately looking for sells. Okay, I was looking for sells because, as you can see, the market was holding a level of major support here. We finally broke below the support and we were kind of holding this level right around this point here. Okay, we made a low here. We made a low here. We kind of tested these lows right about this level here. Okay, so I was kind of looking for price to potentially come down and break this low and create another low to continue down in the bearish momentum that it's been in. However, there's a lot of liquidity up here, so most likely, at some point it's going to probably push back up to grab that, and maintain market structure in that sense. Okay, so price pushed down, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Then we pushed up. We kind of broke structure in a sense here because we did not respect this low here. Price did break above this low and we held support until the point where price finally broke down. You guys see this big bearish engulfing here that pushed way below and closed very, very strong below this level of support here. And as you can see, this was much of a pullback. right? Strong pullback on the daily, and then we started pushing back down. Now, when I was looking at the charts today, I said, okay, I'm looking for sells, obviously, because we are pushing bearish. Should I look for buys? I could, because it all depends on what the market gives you, and you're scalping, so you're really not looking to hold a move anyway. But you have a higher chance of winning the trade if you go with the trend than you do if you go against it. Okay, so immediately I was looking for sells this morning. Actually, pretty much all week I've been looking for sells on gold. Okay, so, and this is all on the daily. Okay, keep in mind this is on the daily. The daily time frame, guys, is going to be your best friend. I don't care what kind of trader you are. I don't care if you're scalping, swing trade, whatever it is. You have to break down your daily time frame to give you an idea of what the market is going to do for that day. Okay, especially when you're smack in the middle of a daily candle in the morning for New York session. Okay, so I was looking for sells this morning. Okay, so we had this bearish drop here, and then we pulled back. Okay, we did somewhat of a pullback. This is most likely a little bit more than a 61.8 retracement on the fib. If I draw the fib out here, yeah, so just above the 61.8 fib retracement, like I expected. So price pushed up, retraced, and then we came back down. We came back down and we created a new level of resistance, right? We had a level of resistance here. We broke support, created resistance here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections of that resistance level, and then we have this big bearish drop here, right? You see this bearish candle, this bearish candle. The candles are breaking lows. They're making new level of support, right? Support here, support here, support here, right? Breaking support, support here, breaking support. So as long as your supports are getting broken, you're creating new lows, you should be looking for sells. That's it. The same setups that you're looking for on the daily, you should also be looking for as you reduce your time frames per time frame. So when I saw this happening, I said, okay, I have rejection levels okay, let's look at all the confluences, right? We're in an overall downtrend. We already had a big bearish drop. We had to pull back. We had a major level of support here that was broken and retested. Price broke back below that support level. We rejected it, and then we had new level of supports being created and being broken. Support broken, support created, broken, support created, broken. Okay, so we have this bearish drop here, similar to the drop we had here, right? Not as big as this drop, but we still had the drop nonetheless. So we have a drop here. And what should we be waiting for after that? We should be waiting for a pullback, right? Some sort of pullback to tell us that price is going to respect structure and then continue its way onto the downside, okay? Boom, 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 boom. That's technically what you should be looking for. So when I see this bearish engulfing here, I say, okay, we're respecting lows. I'm waiting for the pullback. So the pullback comes in huge wick rejection here. Let me zoom in here. Okay, huge wick rejection to the upside, rejected down, okay, and price pretty much same, okay, same where price opened in the previous daily candle. So look at these two candles, pretty much the same size, right? Rejected, same size. Next one started up, broke the top, broke the high here, created a top wick, okay, and then started coming down and breaking lows, breaking supports. What else do we see happening here? We see supports being broken. Support, bearish engulfing, pullback, support being formed again, pullback, support being formed again, pullback. So you're getting the same thing, guys. Market is giving you the same setups over and over. You just got to catch it in momentum, catch it when it's ready to make that move, so you don't get caught in a pullback or something that you didn't see coming, and you find yourself in drawdown and you get knocked out before it actually takes off in your direction. Okay, another thing you want to keep your eye on is the fact that where your level of support was last found, you want to mark that level off as your newfound level of resistance, right? So we had a support here that was broken. Okay, so if I mark this level off right here as support and I bring it all the way over here, now I have a level of resistance right here. So if I use my arrows here, I have a support here, right? Resistance right here, and then another support here, another resistance here, and now a newfound support there. Okay, so if I mark off this level right here, okay, where I had my support formed here, then if I'm waiting on a pullback, I should be waiting on the pullback to happen in this area here. Look how deep this pullback came down. That is why gold is such a beast. It's such a monster. That's why I do not recommend it for beginners, because even though you're waiting on that pullback, sometimes that pullback is much deeper than you expect it to be. That's why you want to wait for candles to flip in your direction before you look to grab that entry. Okay, this candle actually pushed up above, breaking highs, okay, breaking these resistance levels here, and it tested this level again. It tested it another time before we continued back down and breaking support there. All right, so seeing all this on the daily time frame, it's giving me hope. It's giving me like, okay, what I want to see is happening. So where do I enter? When do I get, the best entry for me to ride that wave? Okay, so what do I want to wait for? Your best bet with gold, guys, is to just wait on your pullbacks. Wait on your pullbacks. Let the confirmation come to you. Don't rush it. Don't try to jump in and anticipate when you think it's going to happen. You have to wait for your pullback, wait for your candle confirmations, and go with the trend. Wait for your candle confirmations, wait for your pullback, and then look for your trend and look for your entry at that point. And always place your stops above your 1 hour highs or your 1 hour lows to kind of give yourself a little bit of wiggle room when it comes with gold. Other pairs are a bit different, but with gold, you want to give yourself, 20, 30, 40 pip stops, because that's how, volatile gold is. You have to give it room to breathe. All right. So let's go down to the 4 hour time frame. Okay. So on the 4 hour time frame, okay, we had this bearish drop, then we had the pullback, and then price drop. So what I was waiting for, guys, I wasn't looking for sells kind of in this area here. I was really waiting for the pullback. I saw the bullish move happening, and I'm like, okay, perfect. I did not enter on that move because it's going against the trend, right? If trend was reversing on me and we were going back bullish, I would have just missed that move, but I would have waited on a pullback at my last level of support for me to look for buys at that point. If I didn't see that, I just wasn't going to trade gold today, right? So I saw gold make this big push to the upside, and it kind of lingered up here. It lingered. And then when I looked left, I said, okay, it makes sense. We had this bearish drop here. We had this pullback at this level here. Same setup, okay? Price dropped, another pullback at that level here. Let's bust out fibs and see what fib says. If we use fibs, my last major high to our last major low, what do we see? Same thing. Same setup before. What did we see before when we looked at fibs on the daily time frame? We saw that it was right above the 61.8 and then it rejected. Same setup here. We see that price pushed above the 61.8 and then it rejected, and price came down hard. It came down hard. That trade was probably one of the most insane setups that I've taken, because it literally just dropped right after it pushed up there. It lingered for a little bit, then it finally started coming down. Okay, and that's what I love about gold. It's very unpredictable at times, but when it moves, it moves. Okay, so once I saw that this price rejected at that level there, right above my 61.8, I saw, we were in a bearish market, price push breaking these highs, but it rejected here. I entered right at the top. I got a sniper entry here. I was in a little bit of drawdown for a little bit. I was in a drawdown for like maybe, I want to say 15, 20 minutes or so. It was a little bit. But when I entered the trade, guys, because I knew I wanted to catch the majority of the whole 4 hour candle, if not the whole thing, I actually got off the charts. I got off the charts. I put my phone down. I didn't keep staring at the charts because I knew that more likely I was probably going to close. If I kept watching, if I got into a certain amount of profit, I probably was going to look to close. Okay, but I was able to catch the entire thing, which is incredible. It doesn't happen often, but when it happens, it feels really, really good, guys. It really, really does. Okay, so that's what happened, guys. You can use your fibs, you can use your major levels, but this was mainly taken off the daily and the 4 hour. I knew that price was going to pull back at some point. It pulled back hard. It lingered above this level here, right kind of below this last level of support right over here. All right, and then after that we just dropped. Okay, this 1 hour candle just melted. Okay, How can you anticipate something like this? Okay, first of all, you got to be patient. You have to be patient because you could have gotten in on the buys. I know some people that might have gotten in on the buys, which is great, right? But you are going against the trend. You're going against the trend. So you know that if you're going to take buys, you better have enough confirmation to want to hold them to a certain level, right? Know when to take profit, know when to, close if it doesn't go your way, all that kind of stuff. You got to have a trading plan that you follow that's going to tell you what to look for to enter and what to look for to get out. Okay, I get that question all the time. How do you know when to get in? How do you know when to get out? If you're asking these questions, then you don't have the confirmations that you need, and you need to go back to study. You got to study some more to know what to look for and when to enter and when to get out. That's the only way to know. There's no, black or white answer for that. Every pair is different. Every setup is different. It all depends on what you see. Depends on the session, depends on the setups that you see. It depends on so many different variables. So you cannot just say, look for this, and this, and that's when you enter on anything. It's not a general thing. It's very relative to what you're trading. All right. So that's pretty much it on the setup on gold. I'm not sure what else to go into, guys. As you can see, I don't have a lot of lines on my chart. I don't have a lot of, wiggly lines or, fibs and all this kind of stuff. I like to keep my charts very clean, very simple, very simple. That's it, guys. Like keep it simple. You don't want to overcomplicate it. You don't want to throw too many lines like, oh, I have a whole bunch of supports here, have a whole bunch of resistance levels here, this and that, because you're going to throw yourself off. You're not going to know what to look for. You're not going to know where price is going to reject from. It all takes just being patient, right? Keeping your confidence up, knowing that, hey, I know what I'm looking for. When I came here, I knew I was looking for sells, and I knew I needed to wait on a pullback, right? After that pullback happens, boom, jump in, wait for a candle to flip my way, and then enter, right? Price started pushing, rejected, kind of lingered up here, came down here, played around here a little bit, pushed up, never broke the high, and then started dropping after that. As soon as I had my bearish close and I saw that price was not pushing any more bearish, it could have kept pushing, who knows, right? But I was patient. I waited and I waited. As soon as I saw this bearish close, I got in, right? Price pushed up on me a little bit, and then it started coming down, and then boom, took profit right at this last level of support. And as you can see, we didn't create a new low. We did not create a new low. We're still holding this support here. Price is kind of lingering here, but I'm still looking for sells. I'm still looking for sells until my major levels are broken above the highs. As long as those are not broken, guys, I'm still looking for sells inside these zones. So we just needed that major pullback. This wasn't a major pullback. Price did come down and make, new lows here, but we did not get a major pullback at our last level here. We didn't get that. So as long as we didn't get that, you should be anticipating that it's coming. Okay, that is coming. When is it going to come? You never really know. But when it does come, just know when you're going to get in and when to be prepared to enter into the market. All right, guys. And this was like a 150 pip move, I think, something like that. 148 pips. I think that's the most I've ever caught pip wise. And I only took one order. I only took one order on gold, and that was do or die at that point. I mean, I wasn't going to enter 210 lots on this because I could have, but I knew I was holding it. I was going to be holding it for a certain amount of time. I think I was willing to risk like 30 or 40 pips on this pair or on this setup, something like that. But I think that's the most. I gotta look back at my trade history on my different accounts to tell you guys, but I think that's the biggest catch on gold I've ever had. I might have had another one. And I don't count when I take multiple orders on a setup. I don't like double the pips. I don't say I caught 300 pips because I had 3 orders open on it. I wouldn't. That's 30 pips, 100 pips, whatever it is. So I believe that's probably the most I've ever caught. Now, here's the other thing I want to show you guys real quick before we go over to AU. Okay. I want to point something out to you guys, and I want to point it out specifically on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, here's another confirmation that I look for on gold that I often look for. Okay, now tell me what you got. Well, you guys can't tell me obviously, but look at this right here, right? If you look here, you'll see that price oftentimes opens and closes at the same spot, right? Open and close, open and close, open and close, open and close, right? Opens and closes, or opens at the same spot, opens at the same spot, close, close. It may not always close, you know, at even level like it does, you know, at your support levels, but for the most part, when you're looking for a trending market, look for where you think that price is going to open and where it's going to close at on the time frame. That's going to better help you catch like a whole 4-hour candle, you know, or maybe 2 hours out of a 4-hour candle, or 3 hours out of a 4-hour candle. It's really going to help you out with that, guys. Okay, so that's the confirmation that I use when I entered up here. This is what gave me the confirmation to enter up here, because what are the odds, right? What are the odds that price is going to push up here and potentially wick back down and come back down and maybe open up another candle here, open up another candle here? It could do that. It could do that. I did that here, right? Price pushed up, rejected, and came down. It could have pushed up like this, closed bullish, and the next candle opened up right next to it and then start pushing down, similar to what it did here. It could push up like this. Next bearish candle could open up right where that candle closed and start pushing down. Did the same thing here, pushed up, wicked out, then came down. Okay, but if you kind of pay attention to where those major opening and closings are, like up here, right here, right here, right here, right here, it's going to give you a little bit of an added confirmation for you to have more confidence to hold that trade. Okay, and if you look at it on the 4-hour, not saying to enter on the 4-hour, but if you look at it on the 4-hour and you see that wick opening and closing, most likely it's going to be kind of even with that wick high, or a little bit above it or a little bit below it. So you want to put your stops kind of, you know, around that vicinity, in that area, preferably above it if you're looking for sells, and then below it if you're looking for buys. Okay, the higher the time frame that you place your stops when you're looking to catch, you know, decent size move, the more flexibility that you give the trade for it to play out, and I would say the better the odds that you have of the trade kind of playing out in your favor. All right, so that's gold. That's gold, guys. Really good trade, really good trade. I'm probably not going to be trading much for the rest of the month. Next month is my birthday in July, and that's why I kind of went hard these last few days, I would say, trading, because I'm not going to be trading much. I'm going to be on vacation for the first 2 weeks of the month, and then the next 2 weeks I'm kind of just going to be taking it easy, kind of relaxing, because I have a lot of projects that I'm working on, 2 businesses that I'm still working on getting going. And so I'm not going to really be on the charts too much. So this is going to give me a really nice cushion for this quarter. And it feels really good, guys. That's all I can say. It feels really good to catch moves like this, to make profits like this. I did a what, 13K withdrawal today, waiting for that to hit my account tomorrow, hopefully. But very good, very good trade, guys, and very cake setup, right? Cake setup, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. We're looking for another low. We're looking for another low to be formed, maybe a pullback at some level here, and then a nice little drop. Okay, so that is gold. That is gold. Let's look at AU. AU also caught sells on AU. Let's look at AU. Let's start out with the daily. So with AU on the daily time frame, again, I was also looking for sells, right? You guys can see my sell bias, little note there at the top there. Okay, so we see that AU had made a big bearish push to the upside. tested these highs here, right? Equal highs, tested these highs right up here. All right, and then we started making lower lows. Okay, lower lows, lower highs. All right, price pushed up here, bullish, kind of bullish, overtook this candle here. Wasn't able to break this high, and then we started coming down. As soon as price broke this daily low here, we just tanked after that. Okay, tanked after that. Same thing here. Price dropped. What do we get? A pullback, right? You always wait on your pullbacks, guys. Okay, pullback here, and then we drop. We're looking for a new low. Why am I looking for sales, guys? Because we're looking for a new low to be formed. Why? Because we're bearish. Simple as that. Okay, come to the 4 hour. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame. Okay, so on the 4 hour time frame, same setup as gold. Same setup. We were holding this level of support, holding this level, and then we see that price finally broke. And what do we finally have? Price is actually right this moment tonight is pulling back. It's pulling back at this level here, and it's rejecting it. So what can we potentially look for London into New York? For sales, you should be looking for sales. You do have a bullish engulfing here, but this is expected. Same kind of setup as gold, right? We push down, we expect a pullback, and then we look for price to continue right back down. Okay, so once we had this bearish drop here, I was looking for the pullback to happen and then go ahead and jump in for the sells and for price to also create new lows. Okay. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. So AU, we had two positions open. Profit doesn't matter, but 68854, 68853. Okay. So this trade was a pain in the butt. It kind of was a pain in the butt because it kept kind of doing the same thing gold was doing. Gold did move quicker, but this one gets a slow pair. So it's going to take its time doing what it wants to do before it actually starts to move. So price came down, was waiting on the pullback to happen here. Once the pullback happened, I was kind of waiting on a bearish close. Let me send a 30-minute here real quick. Yeah, it was this candle here that gave me a hard time. This candle here, because I was expecting this candle to do what this candle did. It didn't do that. It really kept on bouncing. I'm like, God, what are we doing? Are we creating a low? Are we respecting resistance? As long as price held below our previous daily lows here, I was confident that we were still going to take some sells. And I actually didn't expect price to range like this. I was expecting it to continue dropping some more, but because AU is a little wacky sometimes, I didn't held it. I think I only caught like 20, 18, 19, 20 pips on this trade, which I'm okay with. Doesn't matter, right? But it was this candle here that gave me kind of a hard time. It kept bouncing up and down, bouncing up and down. I almost got out of the trade actually, because this one pushed up, then it pushed down, then this one pushed up, breaking this high. And even though it didn't break the wick, it made me a little nervous because it had me in drawdown. I was sitting here and I'm like, uh-oh, we're pushing. And I was kind of holding for, if price had come up here, I would have got out. I would have just took the L. Hey, it is what it is. Even though price was holding below my level where I'm looking for sells, because price was like struggling to go down, I wasn't sure. My confidence level on it wasn't there because I just wasn't sure, guys. You cannot, guys, and this is a part of psychology, you cannot be cocky with your setup. You cannot marry your trade idea. You have to go with what the market is telling you, candle by candle. Okay, you can't say, no, I believe it's going to do this. It needs to do this. It better do this. I'm going to hold it until it does. And da-da-da. No, even if you see price, respecting a certain level or, doing what you wanted to do, but at some point it's kind of giving you mixed signals, it's better to get out than to hope that it goes your way, right? Because if price had kept pushing, like I said, and started breaking the last high that it formed here, because we have a high here, a low, this is our last major high. Even though it's below my level here, if it's breaking my highs, more than likely it's probably going to try to break structure. And if it does that, why would I want to hold that? Why would I want to hold that hoping that it doesn't continue up? So I was very disciplined with this trade because I was not about to take, I had 2 orders open on this trade. So no way was I going to hold it, hoping that it went my way. Nah, I was gonna definitely get out. Okay, but it didn't do that. It pushed up and then it rejected, and then it started pushing back down, breaking the previous 30-minute low. And at that point, I was all right. Okay, cool. It's gonna come down. Not a big deal. Let it come down. And once I saw it, when I wanted to hold it a little longer, right? But when I saw that price had hit my daily low right here where it had rejected from before and it pushed up hard, I was like, nah, let it come down a little more. I got out because I'm like, I don't think it's going to push. It rejected hard, and it previously rejected here as well. If we go back, let me highlight this real quick. And if we go to, let's say, where is that at? I can't see it. 4 hour. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And this is at 5-1. Okay, yeah, very good. So if you guys see here, it previously rejected really, really hard here. It rejected really hard there before. So when price came down and it rejected again, same spot and rejected hard, I got out. I took profit and I got out because I had come down, rejected, and then it pushed out again. And that's when I got out. So you guys can, oh, she got out here. I got out once it pushed down again. And it's a good thing I did get out, because when I did, it pushed right back up again. And it just started, playing around in that area. Okay. So don't marry your setup, guys. Don't marry your bias. Don't, be like, oh, it has to do this. It has to do that. I'm going to hold it until it does this. Yes, patience does play a part, but you also have to use your sense, guys. Just use your sense and look at what the market is telling you. Look at what the candles are telling you. Like, every candle tells a story. Every setup tells a story, right? Every pair does its own thing, but at the same time, you have to pay attention to what it's doing, because if you don't, you're gonna get smacked. You're gonna get smacked, and you're gonna be like, "No, man, I should have got out here. I should have took profit. I would have had more profits here. I gave more back to the market." It's a lot it's a lot of mental strain to decide. It's all decision making, right? You have to kind of weigh your options to see, should I stick to my bias? Should I do this? What are the candles telling me? What's happening in the market? Is there news coming out? Is it a trend reversal? What are the wicks telling me? What are the bodies telling me? Are levels being broken? Are levels being respected? These are all things that you have to take into account, because if you don't, it's going to potentially cause you to take unnecessary losses or give profits back to the market. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. That's it. It's not, there's not much to it. It seems like a complicated thing, but guys, don't complicate it. Don't marry your setups. Look for your confirmations. Look to follow your trading plan. That's it. Look to follow your trading plan. You should have a trading plan. Okay. But if you don't, get one right away. Okay. You should have a trading plan by now. Okay. But all in all, guys, I hope you guys were able to learn a lot out of this breakdown, out of this video. It's trading. If you treat it with the type of respect that it requires, then you can do very well with it, right? If you follow rules, if you study, if you remember certain things, if you practice discipline, you practice your psychology, you make sure things are going well with you, you should be fine. You should be fine with it. If you take a loss, guys, it happens. Losses happen. Trust me, losses happen. Everybody takes losses, no matter what you might think about whoever mentor is out there, what guru is out there, who's telling you this, who's showing you that. Everybody takes losses. It happens. It's a part of trading, guys. In order for someone to win, someone has to lose. That's just how the market goes. Someone has to lose in order for you to win. It just depends on whose turn it is that day. Is it your turn or somebody else's turn? All right. But if you practice discipline and you're patient, and you don't get greedy, right? You kind of take it easy with your pips. You take it easy with your lot sizes. You don't trade multiple pairs. You don't uh trade pairs that you're not ready to be trading yet, stuff like that. Then you can really up your chances of being successful with trading. But if you continue doing bad things, if you keep over leveraging, if you keep on being greedy, if you don't follow your trading rules, if you're trading off your phone, if you're you know gambling, revenge trading, all these things that are derailing your progress, then it's going to make the process harder than it needs to be. All right, guys, so 4.5 years deep into this. I'm not a professional. I ain't no guru or nothing like that, but I'm a damn good trader and I know what I'm doing and I've studied it long enough to know. And if you guys listen to me and you guys do what I do and you watch these videos diligently and you look for the little pieces of juice that I give you guys in these videos, which I do in every single video that I drop, you guys can be successful. You can be profitable. You can make money. You can create yourself a nice little side income for you to be able to live comfortably and take care of the things you need to take care of. So that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know what else to go over. I hope I didn't leave anything out. I want to give you guys as much information as I can. Obviously, I go over all this stuff in my course. So if you are a student of mine, you already have majority of this information and a lot more of it. I do have a boot camp coming out in the next few weeks. It's going to be a 2-week boot camp where I'm going to be going over AU, preferably for like beginner to intermediate traders. Advanced traders can do it as well. But it's basically to show you guys how to trade AU, what to look for. And I'm going to be giving, a lot of gems, a lot of tidbits, a lot of great information. And, it's going to be intensive on what to look for, how to look for. We're going to be really delving deep into the charts, into the pair. We're going to be live trading as well on it. I'm going to be doing breakdown webinars. I'm going to be going over specific setups. I'm going to be giving you guys so much in it, and that 2 weeks is going to be intense. So if you want to take it, just get on my my Instagram, Charlene FX. All right, Charlene FX, guys. A lot of fake pages out there. Please don't get scammed. Charlene FX. That's it. SHARLINE FX. That's it. No dots, no underscores, no extra letters, none of that shit. Charlene FX. And I'll be dropping the dates pretty soon. The wait list is going to come out for that. I'm only taking a specific amount of people. I don't want it to be, too full. So because I'm going to be doing one-on-ones with people, I'm going to be doing little group sessions. I'm going to be, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot, and it's going to be towards the end of July. Because like I said, the first half of the month, I'll be on vacation for my birthday. So once I get back, it's going to be pedal to the metal, and I'm going to be grilling you guys and showing you guys, how simplistic trading can be, and easily like show you guys how to make $500 to $1,000 every day if you want trading pairs like this. Not necessarily gold. You can do it with gold, but gold is a much harder pair. But with AU specifically, because of how it moves and the opportunities that it gives you, we're going to be talking about a lot of psychology as well, how to manage your emotions, how to manage your confidence when it comes to holding trades, holding setups, being confident in your setup, being confident in your knowledge. Psychology is probably 80% of trading, guys. Everything else is a 20%. Psychology is 80%. You master that, you can master anything with trading. Okay, guys, so this video is long enough. I hope you guys, like I said, got a lot of knowledge, got a lot of information out of it. I'm here for anybody. DM me, PM me on Telegram if you like. I'm always available. I always make myself available for my followers, for my supporters. I thank you guys so much for supporting me throughout all this time. It's not easy. It's not easy putting out YouTube videos. It's not easy managing my students with my course. It's not easy keeping up with Instagram, the DMs, and everything is it's just me. It's just me. I don't have an assistant or anything like that, at least not yet. But it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy seeing you guys succeed. I enjoy getting the messages of people telling me how much of an inspiration I am to them, how I've helped them, giving them confidence. and just seeing the success, especially for my students. My shout out to my students. You guys are the best. I have the best students in the world, trust me. So I love you guys. All right. So appreciate you guys for watching this video. Please drop a like if you like it. Follow me on Instagram if you're not already. And I guess I will catch you guys on the next setup. All right. See you guys later.